Buenas tardes, lectores de la prensa latina, les saluda Rafael Figueroa. Estamos aquí en el Parque Robert Church con José Salazar. En estos momentos vamos a iniciar lo que es la marcha para los caídos. José, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estamos?
Muy bien, aquí ansiosos de empezar esto, esperando que llegue toda la comunidad latina y que respondan al día de hoy.
Así es. Platícanos un poco de lo que vamos a hacer hoy aquí en el parque.
Sí, pues aquí en el parque nos estamos reuniendo para empezar una caminata hacia City Hall. Estamos esperando, como te digo, que llegue toda la gente. Ya sabemos que la comunidad latina es tardada, que decimos una hora y llegan a otra, entonces estamos haciendo un poco de tiempo para que se deje caer la gente. De aquí vamos a ir a City Hall, donde está City Council reuniéndose el día de hoy, dependiendo cuánta gente llegue. Tal vez interrumpimos, tal vez no, estamos indecisos, está bien eso, pero vamos a mandarles un mensaje de que ya estamos hartos de que haya tanto crimen y que la comunidad latina pues pase desapercibida. Sentimos que somos ignorados y que no hacen un buen trabajo hacia nuestra comunidad.
Así es. Entonces, otra vez la invitación a la comunidad para que venga a apoyar esta acción a favor de...
Está el nombre, Robert Church Park. Estamos enfrente de View Street, enfrente del FedEx Home, no hay pierde. Estamos esperando que toda la comunidad se deje venir para acá, así que estamos esperándolos a ustedes. Si todavía no llegas, vente en camino, todavía tienes tiempo. Entre más gente llegue, mucho mejor. Sé que está frío, así que abríguense bien y aquí los esperamos.
Muy bien, entonces ya saben, lectores, pueden venir a apoyar la acción que va a tomar lugar desde el Parque Robert Church y vamos a hacer la caminata hasta lo que es el ayuntamiento de la ciudad de Memphis.
Así es.
Y bueno,
125 Main Street, para la gente que no pueda llegar aquí y quiera parquearse allá, pues allá se pueden parquear.
Así es. Entonces nos vamos a estar reportando en unos momentos. Muchas gracias, lectores. Estamos reportando. Les saluda Rafael Figueroa.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
The people united cannot be defeated. The people united cannot be defeated. The pueblo unido jamás será vencido. The pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El 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 pueblo unido jamás será vencido. The people united cannot be defeated.
Más despacio. Y únanse, van todos.
Todos unidos aquí como la mafia. Unidos. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. 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 El pueblo unido ¿Para Memphis? ¿Para qué? Para la ciudad de Memphis. ¿Qué quiere el pueblo? ¡Justicia! The people united can never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El 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 pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. ¡Justicia! ¿Para qué? Para la ciudad de Memphis.
¿Para qué?
Para la ciudad de Memphis. ¿Qué quiere el pueblo? ¡Justicia! Para la ciudad de Memphis. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Un 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 pueblo un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. ¿Qué quiere el pueblo? ¡Justicia! ¿Qué quiere el pueblo? ¡Justicia! ¿Para qué? ¿Para qué? Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Un pueblo unido.
Con imágenes de personas que han muerto en nuestra propia ciudad de Memphis.
Jamás será vencido. United can never be defeated. Unido jamás será vencido. The people united can never be defeated.
The people
United
will never
be defeated. The people united can never be defeated. Un pueblo unido jamás será people united will never be defeated. The 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 people will never be defeated. ¿Para qué? Para la ciudad de Memphis. ¿Qué pide el pueblo? Justicia. ¿Para qué? Para la ciudad de Memphis. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. The people united jamás será vencido. Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. ¿Qué quiere el pueblo? ¡Justicia! ¿Para qué? ¡Para Memphis! Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. United can never be defeated. The people united can never be defeated. The people united can never be defeated. The people united can never be defeated. ¿Qué queremos? Justicia. ¿Para qué? Para Memphis. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. 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 ¿Qué queremos? Justicia. ¿Para qué? Para Memphis y la comunidad. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo united can never be defeated. The pueblo united can never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. ¿Qué quiere el pueblo? Justicia. ¿Para qué? Para la ciudad de Memphis. Justicia. Para la ciudad de Memphis. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. 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 ¿Qué quiere el pueblo? Never be defeated. The people united will 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 never be defeated. Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. The people united jamás será vencido. The people united jamás será vencido. The pueblo united will never be defeated. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. The people united can never be defeated. The people united can never be defeated. The people united can never be defeated. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. The people united can never be defeated. The people united can never be defeated.
Come to the next side. Please. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
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 El people united never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated.
The people united never be
llevar
defeated.
este
The
mensaje.
people united will never be defeated.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. The people united will never be defeated. ¿Qué queremos? ¿Para qué? El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. The people united will never be defeated.
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 ¿Qué queremos?
Justicia.
¿Qué queremos?
Justicia.
¿Para qué? El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. The people united will never be defeated. ¿Qué queremos?
Justicia.
¿Para qué? El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
Unido jamás será vencido.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
Unido jamás será vencido.
The people united will never be defeated.
The people united can never be defeated.
¿Qué queremos?
Justicia.
¿Para qué? El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
The people united will never be defeated.
Justice.
The people united never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. The people united will never be defeated.
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 People united will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated.
Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
The people united will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated.
Uniéndose
Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
The people united will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated.
¡Justicia! The people united, never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. 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 The people united will never be defeated. 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 Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. 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 ¡Justicia! The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united can never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. People united will never be defeated. The people united jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
Compa, porque los celos tan cabrón. No apoyas a tu raza, pero bailas reggaetón. Criticas con envidia, pinche morro mamón, pero te saca la cera como un pinche maricón. If there is hate in your heart, let it out. And I'ma show the whole world what your ass is all about. Nothing has been given to me, I fucking earned it. Instead of criticizing my hustle, why don't you turn it? Represento a México, mi coche es mayor, como creo en la mano, y no tienes alcohol, me vale madre compa. Puro para adelante, no me importa si no soy tu favorito cantante. No me importa making moves, my haters keep working. Instead of criticizing, the place is so working. Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. The people united will never
The people united can never be defeated. The people united can never be defeated. ¡Te queremos! Justice! For who? For my people! What we want! Justice! For who? For my people! What we want! Justice! For who? For my people! We need justice for our people! Justice! We need justice!
And it's a rally to get people together and united.
How's it been when y'all reached out to the city council before?
They're not
talk with
answering.
the chief?
They're not answering some of our calls, and they're not taking in consideration that we all belong here. It took all of us to make this city great. It took all of us to make this America great. But if we cannot love those that's here, that's making this community better, then how are you going to get the food that you like? I like a lot of different foods, not just one. So if I can't participate and love my neighbor like I love myself, then how can we say we're a community? If you cannot support them as you support me, as you support her, then why are you elected? Why are you here? What are you doing to help their community, my community, and her community to be united? Divided we all fall. We do not want to fall. City officials, we asking you to help them as you should help us and help her too. The crime got to stop. The injustice has to stop. We cannot keep on having our children and loved ones sitting on the ground. Nobody cares. Nobody telling the family, and they just there. We cannot have our children that were killed in common century. Nobody listened. Nobody heard their voices. They made pleas previously. Nobody heard their voices. And today they're making a stand against violence done to them. We're making stands in unison. Stop the violence. We all matter.
Okay. Do you feel like the Latino community and the Black community is ignored often?
They are. Our Latino community has been targeted for many years, and they have not been heard. Their pleas and their cries have not been heard. Our Black community pleas and cries have not been heard. It has not been. Our children are locked up in juvenile court, undocumented. They won't tell us about them. Their children are locked up different places, not getting no notice about what's going on. Nobody will hear their voices. And today we stand in unison. If we are united, then we shall not fall.
Anybody else want to say anything?
More than a feeling, it's a fact that we're ignoring. You can see it day by day. If a black person or a brown person is a victim of a crime, it can go without months that they get the suspect.
Yes,
but
brother.
They kill a white person, and not to sound racist, they'll have the people that did it arrested the next day.
Yes.
And that's what the cops. They're gonna act a certain way towards a race. We want the same thing to our races. And the things that have been happening to the Latino community has been going on for years. Nobody has spoken. Latino Memphis is one of those nonprofits that should be standing up, and they tend to seek the other way. They turn around and they decide to act like nothing is happening. Why? Because they got a lot of friends inside of that building that they don't want to hurt because of the money that comes in. If you know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of things that are going on that need to be spoken about that haven't been done so. That's why we're here today. We're tired of everything that's going on in the city. Not only the crime.
We're united.
Not only the crime. And they try to put us always against each other, but we're not.
We're not together. We're not together. We're together because it's going to take us to unite to make this be better for us. We are together. We will stand because this no justice for them means no justice for us. And we are tired of the no justice for us both.
That's right.
We cannot be silent anymore because if we continue to be silent, our future will be kept with our children. We will no longer be silent. If you have been appointed to represent us, then represent us and fight for us both. We need a real fighter that's going to speak up against the injustices happening in our community.
You were mentioning it was a homicide the other day. What was his name again?
Roberto. He got shot 3 times. It didn't come out on the news.
Yeah.
The cops didn't even give the man CPR. He was breathing for more than 40 minutes. The ambulance took a long time to get there. They didn't even cover the body right. So tell me that's not something to be stopped about.
Did you know him personally?
I didn't know him. I do have a family member here.
Okay, if they want to talk.
You want to talk?
Yeah, and like I said, I know you're saying the news didn't cover it.
And
People don't.
And then we go back in time. If we go back in time, heard that got shot. If we go back a couple of years back, heard that got shot 6 times. No justice was served. There was a body found after 40 days found by her father, not the police. Then it was in the police impound. And then the city, the only thing the city did was blame it on them, blame it on the victims. How can a victim speak if they were in the hospital for almost 40 days without being able to speak? Because where did he get shot?
Intubated. And he got shot in the neck.
He got shot in the neck and intubated.
When and where?
Would you please tell them?
Talk, or?
You can
It's
speak
not
in
live
real time.
interview. Like we can cut it.
It was
I'm here,
December
Taylor.
18th, 2017. He was dropping off 2 of his workers at an apartment complex in Binghamton when some men came up behind them and attempted to rob them. My father, he didn't comply, so those people shot into his van multiple times and most of those bullets hit him. He got hit in the neck and that nicked his carotid. He got hit a couple times in the abdomen and in his legs. And he lost consciousness and woke up in the back of an ambulance in Wilshire Regional 1, where he spent over 2 months in the ICU. And during that time, multiple detectives from the Tillman station came to speak to my mother and I, and they told us that they were sweeping that van up and down, looking for anything that they could find to lead them to the people responsible, but they told us that this could take months years, or those people might never be found. So about 2 weeks before he was released from the hospital, my father, he received a letter from the police impound lot that his van was towed to that night, saying that if he did not go pick up his vehicle, it would be auctioned off along with all of his work equipment and all of his tools. So about a week after he got released, he went up to the impound lot, and at this point he couldn't really walk. He was on a cane, and he had like a 11-inch laceration up and down his abdomen from the surgeries. But he went up there, and probably within a minute of inspecting the van, he found the body of one of the workers that were with him that night. His name was Bardomiano, and my dad found him in the back seat, curled up under a coat. And later, they found out that he was shot in the abdomen and he bled out in the back seat.
This is 2018?
Yeah, 2017.
19.
Yeah, 2017. It was December 18th.
And your father, did he survive his injury?
He survived, but
It haunts him.
yeah. And the thing is, the police later said, and it came out in an article, I'm not sure which one it was, but they said that it was the comparative fault of the other two individuals in the vehicle that night, referring to my father and the other worker, that it was their fault that Bardomiano was not found and died. So MPD washed their hands and blamed it on my father. And now my father, he suffered a stroke from his injuries, and now he has to live with that trauma of having found his friend. You know, after being in the medical one for so long, and probably within a week of being released, he found his worker in his back seat. And
It's traumatizing.
yeah,
It is very traumatizing that we can let somebody be left unattended, promising the family that we're looking through your things. It's wrong. That's injustice to your family.
And they haven't caught the person who actually did it.
they found him 2 days after my dad found his worker in the van.
Okay,
2 days after.
Why you want to come out here today?
Yeah, the main reason, not just to support my husband and all of the families who's also been affected by it, but I mean, what happened to my father and to Bardomiano and his family, it's wrong. It's disgusting, it's pitiful. That's the kind of policing our community gets. That's what we deserve. That's the kind of negligence that the police department has, and they just washed their hands of it. They said it's not our fault. You know, people make mistakes, but that cost a man his life. That cost 2 girls his father, and I almost lost my father. So it's really difficult. Yeah, and to just that's the way we're looked at and how we're treated. It's really hard.
So you're saying that your father was robbed, and that's when he was shot, and then I guess they robbed somebody else too.
Well, he was sitting in his van with his workers, going over what they were going to do the next day, what time he was going to pick them up, when the men came up behind them and attempted to rob them. But my father, he didn't comply, and they shot into the driver's side where he was sitting. They shot into it multiple times.
Okay, so they injured him and 2 other guys.
I'm not sure if the other worker ended up getting injured, but I know the one in the back seat, he got shot in the abdomen.
What is your father's name?
Pablo Castor, Pablocastor.
And
Do you know who they arrested for it? Do you have a name?
I don't know their names,
Okay.
but I know they did find them 2 days after what happened at the impound lot.
do you know the most recent, I guess, homicide that happened, Roberto?
Yeah.
That's your husband's family? Or
No,
what are you saying?
no, we don't know
You
them
don't know them.
personally.
Okay.
Yeah, it just
What was your name again?
Alexis Castor, Alexiscastor.
Okay. And what was your name?
Riestalcatron.
How do you spell that?
Reasalcatroe.
And what was your name again?
Jose Salazar, Josesalazar.
And